understand the vision and mission of Greenwalt Hospitality.
Okay, the vision and mission is to make every event extraordinary.
Perfect. What are the top priorities for your company right now?
Well, our slogan's all hospitality, all together. So that's probably, keeping everything together, making it totally special.
Perfect. How would you describe your philosophy for employee culture?
Probably making every event a pleasure for the employees to be a part of, because one thing I've found is when people enjoy what they're doing, they're going to be better at it. There'll be less drama, and nobody likes drama. So that would be, making a environment that is a happy place for employees.
What are your goals for employees right now?
Number one, for them to be as successful as they possibly can be. And one thing, part of my philosophy is, and I say this all the time, there's no shame in the hospitality game. A lot of times people think that it's not a profession, but it is a profession. It's a very giving profession, and I think cultivating employees to understand that this is not just a job, it can be a career.
What are your goals for employee turnover?
It's number one, going back to what I just said, if you're making it a happy place, hopefully turnover will be at a minimum, because when you have a lot of turnover, especially in hospitality, you've got a lot of effort you're putting in to cultivate these people, and then if they leave, then you're starting right back over again, and that's losing money, quite frankly.
How do you approach pay and compensation?
Number one, you have to be competitive. That's number one. So you want to do that, and in order to alleviate a lot of the turnover, compensating people fairly is how you would do that. And so I'm very aware that you have to keep your eye on the prize, basically.
Do you aim to lead or follow industry standards?
Yes, you have to. In hospitality, it's a 100%. You have to do those standards and go beyond it. Like I said earlier, trying to make every event extraordinary. I feel like we try to go above and beyond the standard.
And last question, what is your philosophy on customer service?
Providing the best customer services you can possibly do, and like I said, our slogan is all hospitality, all together, and that's how you do it.
Okay, thank you.
How satisfied are you with your current role and responsibilities at the company?
I love my job. I love my boss, my coworkers. My job is pretty simple in the sense of just hospitality in general. When you have it locked down, it's really easy to complete the tasks that are given to you. And so I love my job. My coworkers make it easy. Yeah.
Okay. And then what aspects of your job do you enjoy the most?
I love interacting with new people. Just getting to meet people of different backgrounds, especially here in Auburn, everyone is so sweet. And so interacting with different people, just being able to serve them in different ways, literally and metaphorically.
Yes. Okay, and then what factors influence your decision to stay with the company?
So I love my boss and my coworkers. They're so sweet, make it a really awesome environment to work in. My boss is really spontaneous, but very down to earth, making sure that I'm constantly feeling welcomed and I belong there. And then my coworkers, just really, really awesome people to work with. We all get along. We're all very different, but we all get along really well.
Yes. And then how would you describe the company culture?
Definitely very inclusive. I think that, like I said previously, everyone is so different in the company, but it's really sweet because everyone feels like they have a place there, and has something different to contribute. And so the culture is definitely very inclusive. I would also say like welcoming to new people. When I started, I felt so welcomed, and like I feel like I found my place so easily. And I feel like that's what other people have said too.
Yes. And then do you feel that there is a strong sense of teamwork and collaboration within your team?
Yes. I don't really interact with my team as much as you would think, but when we're like setting up different events and things like that, that's especially where teamwork comes in like really handy. I love them. They make it also really easy to work with, like I said, but yeah, teamwork is definitely important in that sense, but there are a lot of individual tasks that I complete like on my own, which is also good because I love having a balance between like how I get to interact with other people and then when I get to like just kind of work on my own. There's just a really good balance of that.
Yes. And then are you satisfied with your work schedule and the flexibility it provides?
Yes, sometimes I have to work on Saturdays, which isn't always the most fun, but especially when things like that happen, typically there's like time taken out of my schedule elsewhere, and that's like very clearly communicated to me. And so it makes it easy to work on Saturdays when it is like so easily communicated.
Yes.
But yeah, flexibility wise, it's pretty easy, especially like if I have appointments or things. My bosses are really, really awesome, like allowing me to have some time off for that. But I love it. My job is like super flexible, time wise, but scheduling, it honestly is like a week by week basis,
Yes.
whatever the company needs.
Yes. And then how would you describe your relationship with your coworkers?
Like I said, they are so awesome. I love them. Our team dynamic is just really sweet, especially because, like I was saying, everyone just kind of has their own individual place, which is awesome. We all kind of contribute something different, but we all have had very different experiences before. Like some of our employees are very new and like just graduated from college, and so they don't have a lot of experience. But even the people who have come from other jobs, it feels like everyone has a different, like something different that they can contribute to the team, which is really sweet. My coworkers, honestly, just the environment at work is really, really awesome. Everyone is like very go with the flow, but even, if some people prefer different things different ways, everyone's like they just work really well together. So
Great. And then what do you think makes this company a great place to work?
I definitely think a lot of it has to do with the coworker dynamic and just my bosses. When I was like in college and everything, they kept telling me like the culture of the company is like really important. And honestly, the culture is the people that you work with. And so I think that plays a big factor into like why I love my job so much. I think also I love that I found somewhere that I can actually serve the people that I'm like our customers, like the people that I'm working with. And I can do that like both like through my job, but also just like having a smile on my face, and like you never know what that means to someone else. And so I feel like I found a lot of purpose in my job, and I love that.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
Of course.
Right. Well, my first question is, how would you rate your overall experience at their company?
A 10 probably. I have always had really great experience with them. Being an event coordinator, they offer a lot of different aspects that actually give back to me and help me actually complete my job and produce all the events that I have to.
All right, thank you. All right, and what aspect of your visit what aspect of your visit stood out the most to you?
Probably their attention to detail. I always enjoy working with them because I'm just as OCD, and so it's nice to know that they think the same way that I do and are already at that same level that I'm at. So
Okay. So from what I think her name is Zoe, from what she told me, it's a company that does events. Is that correct?
Well, no, they don't do the actual tents. They do have rental items, but they have a lot of different components. They keep expanding. They offer bartending services. So a lot, at times that does come with tents. They'll tailgate. They'll bartend a lot of tailgates. So yes, they do have some tents and that type of thing. And then they have event ice, which is like ready ice that they ship out ice, and then event restrooms, which are porta potties and elevated bathroom trailers that can be rented out as well.
Okay, that's really great. So how do you feel about the cleanness of their establishment?
It is, well, I've never used the porta potties. I have used the elegant restroom trailers, and it's always been clean. So I would say pretty great.
Thank you. Alright. Do you feel that their staff generally cares about your experience and your interactions?
Yes. Their communication is excellent. They are very concerned with making sure all details are outlined and that everybody's on the same page, and basically just kind of going above and beyond to help make sure my vision can come to life.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. And then have you ever noticed the consistency and the quality of service during the food rush? I know you said that they just do like a bunch of ice, and I guess that's it when it comes, I guess, to the food side. But how would you feel about that when you use that experience?
So I've used them the most for bartending services, but I would say that their staff remains extremely calm in a rush, and helps serve all the guests and produce as they should. But then also with the ice, they kind of have a team that makes sure and double checks to replenish to make sure the bartenders don't get backed up. So
Okay, that's great. And then my follow-up question to that, were there any amenities or features particular that you did like during the service that you thought they could just change or tweak for like the next time they came to service you?
I don't think so. Not off the top of my head.
Alright, thank you. And then how would you rate your overall experience or interactions with employees in the business?
Phenomenal. Just going back to their attention to detail and their concern and how well they communicate. It makes it very easy to work with them, and it makes me want to continue to work with them in the future.
Okay, thank you. And did a specific employee impress you during their service? Did you like how they was very attentive during the time of your event?
Yes, there are a few that using them as frequently as I do have just gotten acquainted with them and more familiar to the point that I will request them. So
Okay, that's great. Well, I just want to thank you for your time. And again, sorry I sound very congested. So yeah, thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Lydia Luke, and I was the mystery shopper for this group. We did Greenwell Hospitality, which is basically just a place that people go to where they want to plan events. Like they do weddings, they do other parties, grad parties, all that stuff. They have other little things like they have portable like restrooms for really big events. They do stuff like that. They cater like alcohol and small drinks and food and stuff like that. So just like a very basic, event planning place. So I did do my majority of my mystery shopping I did over the phone, but I did stop by the place also just to kind of see what it would look like. Now this place, I will say, you can tell it's a small business. When I went by the place, it was kind of just like a little building that was just kind of like off the cut of some like road, and they had mostly like buses and cars there, like trucks kind of for their business. And the actual like place itself, it was very small, like just kind of like a door. You can tell it's like a small business, like a little hole in the wall. It was just that area. But it was still very nice. So like when I say that, I just mean it's not like a grand scheme. Like you can tell they're just like a very small business, family company. But when I did speak to them over the phone, as soon as you call the place, they have like a number system. So it's not like when you call the place, you immediately are speaking with someone. It's like press a certain number if you want this. So I will just say the only negative is like when you did do that, like none of the numbers were kind of just like a place to like see what the place was, or like a number to just like book with them, or to like inquire about an event. And it was mostly just like numbers as in like if you've already had one, like payment plans, this, that, and third. So I feel like for somebody who was interested in booking and wanted to, just talk to somebody about it, I feel like they should make an option where they can do that, like book with us, or just any other questions, press this number, it'd be the last number. I do think that's something that they should consider adding. But I was able to speak with a lady on the phone. She was very nice, very respectful, very polite. And she just kind of told me basically like what I just said, like what they do. A lot of the stuff I would just assume a lot of the stuff that they want you to find would be like on their website and such. So but just for people who kind of want that little over the phone thing, or just any extra questions that the website may not answer, I do think it's important that they have that. So she just kind of told me an overview of what they offer and all that stuff. I wasn't really able to try anything because like I said, it's such a small like place, like they don't have all that stuff like ready for you, like couldn't try no food, no drinks, none of that. So but I think it's okay. I feel like this is the type of business where you may have like heard from somebody else about this place, so you want to like, I feel like their reviews are good. I looked at their reviews on their website. They're good, and I just feel like this is the kind of place that like you just have to hear a word from somebody else about it. But it's a very small business, and they were very respectful. They were very like, even though I didn't plan on booking, like they still answered my questions. It was no like rudeness or attitude or anything like that, and I really appreciated it. And the place was very nice, even though it was small. It was very nice, and I enjoyed my time there.